Have you ever wondered how Nigeria has evolved since gaining her independence, particularly under the leadership of its presidents? Let's take a journey back to the dawn of independence, to the year 1960, a pivotal moment in Nigeria's history. The hopes were high, the aspirations vast, as Nigeria shrugged off the shackles of British colonial rule and stood tall as a sovereign nation. The dawn of independence was marked by a sense of optimism and promise. Nigeria, with her rich cultural diversity and abundant natural resources, was poised to become a leading light on the African continent. There was a shared dream, a collective yearning for prosperity, unity, and the promise of a bright future. At the helm of this new nation was Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, Nigeria's first prime minister. A man of honor, a leader with a clear vision for his country. He was tasked with the monumental responsibility of shaping the newly independent Nigeria. His leadership was marked by a desire for unity and progress, a determination to ensure that Nigeria's independence was more than just a symbolic shift in power. Balewa's tenure saw the establishment of key institutions and policies aimed at fostering national development. His government sought to create a balance between modernity and tradition, between development and cultural preservation. His leadership was characterized by a commitment to education, infrastructure development, and the promotion of Nigerian culture on the global stage. But the journey was not without its challenges. The task of governing a newly independent nation, with its diverse ethnic groups and competing interests, was a complex and delicate one. Yet, Balewa faced these challenges head-on, leading with wisdom and grace, determined to build a nation where every Nigerian could thrive. As we delve into Nigeria's history, we start to see the emergence of a diverse nation shaped by its leaders. Stay tuned as we unravel the story of Nigeria, her evolution, and the impacts and effects of her presidents on the Nigerian economy. The First Republic was short-lived, but its effects were profound, leading to a military takeover. How did this change Nigeria? The First Republic came to an abrupt end in 1966, a mere 6 years after Nigeria's independence from British colonial rule. This period was characterized by regional tensions and political instability, culminating in a military coup d'etat. Major General Johnson Agi Ironsi, the first military head of state, took the reins amid the turmoil. His tenure, however, was brief, marked by attempts to quell ethnic tensions and unify the nation. Unfortunately, his efforts were met with resistance, and his rule ended abruptly after just 6 months in a counter-coup. The mantle then fell to General Yakubu Gowon. His regime spanned nearly a decade, a period defined by the Biafra War, a tragic civil war that left a deep scar on the Nigerian psyche. Gowon's rule saw the country through this tumultuous period, but was eventually toppled in a bloodless coup. Murtala Ramat Mohammed, who took over from Gowon, adopted a more radical approach to governance. His tenure, though brief, was marked by significant policy changes, including a commitment to return Nigeria to civilian rule. His life and rule were cut short by an unsuccessful coup attempt. The reins of power then passed to General Olusegun Obasanjo. Obasanjo's regime was a turning point in Nigeria's history, as he successfully transitioned the country from military rule to civilian governance, paving the way for the Second Republic. Each of these leaders, in their unique ways, left indelible marks on Nigeria's socio-political landscape. Their tenures were characterized by a blend of triumphs and tribulations, reforms and reversals, progress and setbacks. The military era was a time of great change, with each leader leaving their mark on the nation. The impact of their leadership, for better or worse, continues to reverberate in the echelons of Nigeria's political and social spheres, shaping the country's trajectory in ways that are still evident today. In 1979, Nigeria transitioned to civilian rule. How did this shift affect the nation? After years of military rule, Nigeria saw a glimmer of hope in 1979. The military handed over power to a civilian government, marking the beginning of a new era, the Second Republic. This period was led by the first executive president of Nigeria, Shehu Shagari. Shagari's administration was characterized by an attempt to consolidate the young democracy. However, it was also a time of economic struggle, with falling oil prices and inflation causing hardships for many Nigerians. Shagari's government sought to tackle these economic challenges with measures such as the introduction of the Green Revolution, an agricultural policy aimed at making Nigeria self-sufficient in food production. However, the economic challenges proved overwhelming, and allegations of corruption began to mar the administration. In a twist of events, the military, under the leadership of Major General Muhammadu Buhari, seized power once again in 1983, marking a brief return to military rule. Buhari's regime was short-lived but notable for its war against indiscipline, a campaign aimed at instilling societal order and accountability. However, his government was perceived as authoritarian, leading to another military coup in 1985. This brought Major General Ibrahim Babangida to power, who promised a return to civilian rule. Babangida's administration was marked by economic liberalization policies, such as the Structural Adjustment Program, which aimed to restructure the Nigerian economy. However, these policies were met with mixed reactions, as some Nigerians felt the pinch of austerity measures. In this era of oscillating governance, Nigeria experienced both the promise of democracy and the firm hand of military rule. Each phase brought its unique challenges and opportunities. Despite the economic hardships and political instability, the Nigerian spirit remained unbroken. The desire for a stable, democratic Nigeria persisted and continued to shape the nation's political landscape. The cycle of military and civilian rule continued, each bringing its unique challenges and opportunities. The Fourth Republic marked the longest period of civilian rule in Nigeria. What changes did this era bring? Let's take a journey through the presidencies of this era and examine the impacts they had on Nigeria's economy. First up, we have Olusegun Obasanjo, a former military head of state who became the first president of the Fourth Republic. His administration was marked by a focus on anti-corruption and economic reforms. He introduced the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, both aimed at curbing financial malfeasance. These bodies, though faced with a myriad of challenges, brought a new dimension to the fight against corruption in Nigeria. Next, we have Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, who continued Obasanjo's economic reforms. He introduced the 7-point agenda aimed at addressing critical areas of Nigeria's economy and society, from food security to wealth creation. His presidency was sadly cut short due to ill health, but his commitment to democratic values and rule of law left an indelible mark. Then came Goodluck Jonathan, who stepped in after Yar'Adua's demise. Jonathan's administration highlighted the importance of technology and governance with the introduction of the cashless policy by the Central Bank of Nigeria. This policy aimed at reducing the volume of cash in circulation, thereby curbing corruption and promoting economic growth. Lastly, Muhammadu Buhari, a former military ruler turned Democrat, took the helm. His administration's economic policies focused on diversifying the economy from oil, promoting agriculture, and battling corruption. His tenure has been marked by significant challenges, including an economic recession and security issues. While each president faced their unique set of challenges, they also made strides in different areas, shaping the economic and political landscape of Nigeria in various ways. Their achievements, as well as their shortcomings, have had significant impacts on the Nigerian economy and continue to shape the course of the nation. Each president played a role in shaping Nigeria's current democratic era. As we look at Nigeria today, we can see the impacts of these presidencies. But what does the future hold? Today, Nigeria stands as the most populous nation in Africa, and its economy, richly endowed with natural resources, is the largest in Africa. However, the country grapples with the effects of past presidencies, both positive and negative. The political landscape, marked by a mix of democratic ideals and military-era influences, is a testament to its history. The economy, despite its size, faces significant challenges. Oil, the golden goose of Nigeria's economy since the 70s, has proven to be both a boon and a bane. While it has brought wealth and international relevance, it has also fostered economic monoculture, making Nigeria vulnerable to global oil price fluctuations. Inequality remains a significant issue. The wealth generated from oil and other resources has not trickled down to the average Nigerian. Poverty is widespread and the middle class is shrinking. This economic disparity is a legacy of past administrations that, despite their promises, have struggled to create an inclusive economy. On the political front, Nigeria has made strides towards democracy, but the journey is far from complete. Corruption, a persistent problem, continues to undermine the political system. The struggle for power among Nigeria's diverse ethnic groups also threatens the country's unity. Looking ahead, Nigeria faces both challenges and opportunities. The country needs to diversify its economy, reduce inequality, and strengthen its democratic institutions. However, Nigeria can tap into its vast human resources, youthful population, and entrepreneurial spirit to overcome these obstacles. There's also the potential to harness the power of technology to leapfrog development challenges. With one of the highest internet penetration rates in Africa, Nigeria has the potential to become a digital powerhouse. In conclusion, Nigeria's journey, like its rich tapestry of cultures and traditions, is complex and multifaceted. Each presidency has left an indelible mark on the country, shaping its present and influencing its future. Nigeria's journey has been complex, with each presidency contributing to its current state. As we reflect on Nigeria's evolution, we see a rich tapestry of leadership and change. It's been a journey from the dawn of independence, through the First Republic and the military era, the transition to civilian rule, the Fourth Republic and the democratic era, to Nigeria as we know it today. The dawn of independence was a significant turning point, setting the stage for the nation's future. Nigeria was handed the reins of self-governance, and the leaders of the time bore the weight of a new nation on their shoulders, crafting its destiny. The First Republic and the military era were characterized by a series of coups and counter-coups. This tumultuous period was marked by a struggle for power, but amidst the chaos, some leaders emerged with visions of a better Nigeria, pushing for economic reforms and infrastructural development. The transition to civilian rule brought a breath of fresh air, a ray of hope. It was a time when the nation sought to reclaim its democratic values and principles. Yet, it wasn't without its challenges, as the country grappled with the complexities of governance and the task of nation building. The Fourth Republic and the democratic era opened a new chapter. With the return to democratic governance, the nation embarked on a journey of transformation. The presidents of this era played pivotal roles in shaping Nigeria's socio-economic landscape, driving policies that influenced the nation's economic growth and development. Today, Nigeria stands as a nation on the move. It's a country grappling with the challenges of the present, but with an eye firmly set on the future. Its leaders continue to play a crucial role in steering the nation towards its goals, shaping its destiny with every decision they make. This journey through Nigeria's history shows us how the past shapes the present and gives us a glimpse into what the future might hold. As the story of Nigeria continues to unfold, we're reminded of the power of leadership and the profound impact it has on a nation's evolution.